this song for you, which is written from the music, O God, our help in ages past. The last time I heard this song was at a Baptist church, and the words spoke out to me. And I went home and I prayed about it, and the Lord gave me these words to write, and I wrote it, and I'm going to sing it for you as I have prepared it. And immediately before I sing it, I'm going to share an intro poem and verses of scripture from Revelation 20, which blends in together so that you can develop a clearer insight of the meaning of the song. Here. Do Lord, guard us through life's stormy blast, through that austere blast with the fury of blast. There are depths of love that we may not know till we cross that narrow sea. There are heights of joys that we may not live to reach until we reach our eternal home. Revelation 20, starting from verse 7. And when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. He shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four quarters of the earth, Gog and Magog, to gather them together to battle the number of whose as the sand of the sea. And they went up on the breadth of the earth, and they compassed the camp of the saints about and the beloved city. And fire came down from God out of heaven, and fire devoured them. And the devil that was deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone, where the beast and the false prophets are, and they shall be tormented day and night forever and forever. Then I saw a great white throne, and him that sat on the great white throne, which faced the earth, and the heaven fled away, and there was found in no place for them. And I saw the dead, small and great, they stood before God. When the books were opened, another book was opened, which is the book of life. And the dead were judged out of those things which were written in the books according to their works. And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them. And they were judged every man according to their works. And death and hell were cast into the lake of fire. This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was also cast into the lake of fire. Do, Lord, guard us through life's stormy blast, through that austere blast, with the fury of the blast. O God, our helping ages past, our hope for years to come, to guard us through life's stormy blast, to that eternal home, 10,000 times, 10,000 times in sparkling raiment bright. The armies of the ransomed saints throng up the streets of light. 'Tis finished, all is finished, let the victory in. Under the shadow of your throne, the saints of dwell secure. Sufficient is thy arm alone, 10,000 times repaid. What rush of hallelujahs, raptured the earth and skies. What ringing of 1,000 harps bespoke the triumph night, a day for which creation, when eyes with joy shall sparkle, a joy for all its former woes, 1,000-fold repaid, trimmed with the tears of late. Before the hills in order stood, our earth received her frame. What knitting severed friendships up, when partings are no more, was mighty from everlasting dart, God's to endless years the same. Orphans no longer desolate, or widows near dismayed, O joy for all its former woes, 1,000-fold repaid. Time like an ever-rolling stream bears holy songs away. They fly forgotten as a dream, dies at the opening day. 10,000 times, 10,000 times in sparkling raiment bright. The armies of the ransomed saints throng up the streets of light. O joy for all its former woes, 1,000-fold repaid, trimmed with the tears of late. Before the hills in order stood, our earth received her frame. What knitting severed friendships up, partings are no more. The long, long night is past, the morning breaks at last, and hush a dreadful wail through the dusty blast, with the fury of the blast, a thousandfold repay, as o'er the golden hills, when the day advances fast, there are depths of love that we may not know till we cross that narrow sea. There are heights of joys that we may not reach till we reach that eternal home. Time like an ever-rolling stream bears all his sons away. They fly forgotten as a dream dies at the opening day. 10,000 times, 10,000 times in sparkling raiment bright, the armies of the ransomed saints throng up the saints of light. O joy for all his former woes, a thousandfold repaid, trimmed with the tears of late. Before the hills in order stood, our earth received her frame. What knitting severed friendships up, when partings are no more. The long, long night is past, the morning breaks at last, and hush a dreadful wail through the dusty blast, with the fury of the blast, a thousandfold repay, as o'er the golden hills, when the day advances fast. The armies of the ransomed saints throng up the streets of light. O joy for all his former woes, a thousandfold repaid, trimmed with the tears of late. Before the hills in order stood, our earth received her frame. What knitting severed friendships up, when partings are no more. The long, long night is past, the morning breaks at last, when hush the dreadful wail through the dusty blast, with the fury of the blast, a thousandfold repay, as o'er the golden hills, when the day advances fast. There are depths of love that we may not know till we cross that narrow sea. There are heights of joys that we may not reach till we reach our eternal home.